Yoga Sutra from Patanjali, father of Eastern psychology. And we are still in the second sutra, which says, emptying the mind of its content leads to the highest state of meditation.
I didn't understand that.
It leads to the highest state of meditation. Okay. So last week what we covered the same thing, and we understood that emptying the mind of its content is yoga, freedom, and happiness. So, this week, when we empty the mind of its contents, it is like removing the dust from the mirror so that we can see reflected image. But yes, then there is another problem that comes. Mind keeps its old impression of stop, blame, complain, and reactions in the mind. You fought with someone, that one person says, okay, say sorry, hug each other. Nowadays we need not to hug each other due to coronavirus. Hug each other and the problem is solved. But the problem is not solved. Still the mind continues to have those impressions. Isn't it? Okay, I'm sorry. That's all. But still the mind, which shows the blame, complaint, and reaction. Because we don't know our real nature, we have not realized our real nature. One master tells a story which is known as the 10th man story. 10th man story. What is this 10th man story? So there were 10 students of a master, and they went for a vacation in a nearby village. So master was little bit cautious. They told all the students, be sure you should not miss or any person, any student. So every time, every hour they used to count, yes, there are number of people. They crossed the river and all the 10 people were there. The one person started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He said, oh, what happened? Where is the 10th guy? Second person also counted the 9 people. Where is the 10th guy? And they started crying. It tells the story of the mind. This is what happens in our day-to-day life. So a monk was passing by. He realized what the mistake they were doing. So he said, he called one student, say, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Outside, and he turned the finger to him. He said, here is the 10th guy. Here is the 10th guy. That is the story of the mind blaming, complaining, and reacting all the time. We never forget the world outside. And because we never forget the world outside, we forget ourselves. We forget ourselves. That is the problem of blame, complaint, and reaction. So the mind that is totally obsessed with the world outside, and he has forgotten, that mind has forgotten himself completely, is known as the impure mind in Eastern psychology. Mind is of two types, pure and impure. What is impure mind? The impure mind has a desire and projection. That is how our master explains. Did you understand what is the desire leads to the 6 enemies that we discussed? Desire, greed, anxiety, delusion, pride, and the jealousy. I desire something, desire is fulfilled, I get a pleasure, I want to repeat that pleasure, which is greed. I have some desire, desire is not fulfilled, I move into anxiety and anger. So the 3 enemies, desire, greed and anxiety. Now if the greed is fulfilled, I get a pride. You see, I worked hard so much and I have millions of dollars, my greed is fulfilled. And the greed is not fulfilled, then I look at my neighbor and I get into anxiety. That is known as jealousy. You see that? I worked hard. That guy, I ever see him, he is sitting idle and he is a millionaire. So desire, greed, anxiety, delusion, pride, jealousy, because of these 6 enemies are working in the mind, it leads to blame, complaint, reaction, mood swing, stress, and the suffering. Blame, complaint, reaction. What happens? They all fingers are pointing outside. I forget myself. That is the 10th man's story. That is the 10th man's story. As long as we continue to blame, complain, and react in our life, we cannot be in peace and happiness. Why the peace and happiness is within us? Peace and happiness are within us. Blame is always outside, complaint is always outside, reaction is always outside. Look little deeper. What is blame? The dictionary meaning says you feel or declare someone or something is responsible for a fault or wrongdoing. You are responsible for my stress. I have seen lot of people, they stop their car on a red light and they are fighting with the steering. What the hell? What is happening? You see the blame, complaint, and yet, where lies the problem? They come to the home, they return home, they make the spouse responsible for their sorrow and suffering. What happened at the workplace, they bring it back to their home. That is what is known as the blame. Why we do this? Because we are projecting happiness outside, on a person, on an event, on a thing. You see, there was some problem of internet, I was not connecting, and so that I should squarely blame internet for not connecting to you. So I will get upset. Why should I get upset? Why should I get upset? At least one thing is sure, that internet is not upset about me. Look at it. Blame, we should understand it comes from that 6 enemies. What do you mean by complain? Complain has many meanings. It may mean protest, criticize, nagging, or a sense of dissatisfaction we express. It may mean pain, uneasiness. Again, you see, the master says, what is impure mind? Desire and projection of happiness outside. So see, in the complaint also, we are projecting happiness outside. But the happiness is within me, and that is why we start complaining. Reaction. What is reaction? Reaction, you say it is a reverse moment. You did not listen to me, you ignored me, so I react. Reaction is a reverse movement. Okay, what's the problem? If you did not listen to me, let me repeat it again. No, I cannot do it. Unnecessarily, sometimes we get upset. In our relationship, you never listen to me, so what should I say? You never listen to me. So blame, complaint, and reaction keeps the mind impure. The impure mind is the cause of the suffering, and it prevents the meditation to happen in our life. And it prevents the mind to reach to the state of emptiness. One thing happens that we need to discuss and understand before going into meditation. What exactly, there is a word used in mindfulness journey by our great masters, moksha. Moksha means liberation. It means freedom. It also means awakening. Freedom from what? Think of it. Is it freedom for the mind or freedom from the mind? Mind, that is, craving, desiring, projecting happiness, these are the demands of the mind. Are we seeking freedom for the mind? If we are seeking freedom for the mind, it means the mind presents 100 desires and we have to fulfill all the desires. But the problem is desire is not fulfilled. The mind lives in illusion. The desire is not fulfilled. Never fulfilled. You will say, why not? I have fulfilled so many desires. You like pasta? Yes. In a particular restaurant? Yes. You went for having a pasta in that restaurant once? Yes. Twice? Yes. Thrice? Yes. 5 times? Yes. Where the desire is fulfilled. One desire keeps giving you another desire. Desire is never fulfilled. Whether it is eating pasta or sexual desire or wearing a cloth, Okay, desire is fulfilled with the reference to your clothes and dresses. How many pairs of clothes you have? Are desires fulfilled? No. So we don't need freedom for the mind. We need freedom from the mind. It does not mean that we should not have desires which are not binding in nature. Instead of fulfilling all the desires, we should have a desire management. Have you heard that word before? We say stress management, anxiety management, anger management. Do we ever tell our mind, let's have a desire management today? Why you are asking more and more and more and again and you get upset? If the spouse and the honey is not ready, let him or her not be ready. Let me manage my desire. He or she has listened to me 1,000,000 times. Okay, today he or she is not listening. It's okay, thank you. Do we ever say that? Desire management. Look at it. If we don't do the desire management, the happiness will never come to us. Are you getting it? The entire focus of the master is on the 10th man. Do you remember who you are? Instead of blaming, complaining, and reacting. There is one more reason that we will understand, and then we will go for meditation. The master says we have the entire world, material world, of people, of place, of time. You know, the entire world can be categorized into 3 categories: of people and objects, one group; of location, your home, my home; highway, street, ramp, shopping mall, place. You see that? Place, people and objects, one category; location, second category; third category is time. Past, present, and the future. That is the world. I get upset by people, or by a place, or a location, or in time. But this entire world is also consisting of 3 factors. The first factor is known as tamas. Tamas is the nature of inertness, inertia. Rajas is the nature of activity. Have you seen some people are always busy, fully busy, reactive? Now I have one friend here, I am very busy, I said, I am very busy. And I have never seen the smile on her face. She's a good friend of mine. She also supports me here. In Arizona. I am very busy. I asked her that how long you will remain so much busy. So those people who are busy, they tend to react. They tend to enter into anxiety because they don't have a time management. So all the problems. So when we say those people whose mind is constantly running at a high speed, it leads to projection of happiness. And that projection comes from tamas. The factor is known as tamas. Tamas veils the true nature. Little, not a big principle, but let me give you an example through which you can understand easily. You are walking late in the evening, it has yet to be a sunset, and you see the snake in front of you. But then you put a light on that snake and your fear is gone because it is a rope that appears as a snake. It happens, we always have a fear of unknown. You don't have a fear of known. So now can you tell me there is no snake, why your mind projected snake in a rope? One. And why you have the fear? Two. And when the knowledge is clear in your mind that it is not a snake, it is the rope, where the fear has gone. Are you getting it? It happens. Now you have to see how many snakes your mind has in your relationship, at your workplace, in your personal life, in your social life. That causes the anxiety, reaction, blame, and complaint. After all, I should judge with the clarity, with the conviction, with the right knowledge. Where is the problem? So when we do not contemplate and reflect, what happens? Problem, blame, complaint returns in my life that destroys my life. These three are great obstructions on the journey of mindfulness and discovery of happiness and peace. Are you getting it? Impure in the pure mind first. But remember the 10th man story, that the moment your mind becomes aware of itself, it realizes that there is something unfulfilled which causes the blame, complaint, and the reaction. So you ask yourself, desire management instead of desire fulfillment. You are working on your mind. So when you start working on the mind, the result is freedom from the mind, not freedom for the mind. Not freedom not for the mind, but freedom from the mind is the way to enter into the state of mindfulness. What is the takeaway today? As far as the principle is concerned, let me check whether I have a pure or impure mind. Is my mind is projecting happiness outside? No, I do not understand. Okay. Is the mind blaming, complaining, and reacting? To the three categories in the world, either to the people and objects, or to a location, or in the time. I had a beautiful time 10 years ago. It cannot be retrieved, it cannot be returned, and still I am living into that past. I did the blunder, I got married. So who told you to marry? Sometimes people tell me, you told me to marry. I said, you married for your own pleasure. Why you are blaming me? You came to me, and especially the Indian students, No, sir, you told me, that's why I got married. I told you 100 things. You did not agree with me. You did not follow that. I told you to live in peace. You are not living in peace. See that? So the ultimate goal is freedom from the mind, not freedom for the mind, is the way to empty the mind and enter into that state of mindfulness. So Dr. Mead, we lost her. When she returns, we will see this is what happens. So let us start our meditation. Eyes are closed. Eyes are closed, looking into. Mind is facing within. Mind is facing within. Position of the body. Mind is facing within, and at this very moment, look at a point of calmness there. Even 1% calmness. The more you will listen to this, you will understand how easy it is. How easy it is to go into meditation. We will settle in the stage 1. We will raise our awareness. What is that awareness? Being comfortable. I'm not giving you very hard practices. They are very simple, easy. So being comfortable, looking at the neck joint, being aware, feeling sensation, being comfortable in steadiness. Shoulder joints, looking at shoulder joints, feeling sensation, being comfortable in steadiness. Looking at hip joint, feeling the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. The entire body. You see, the first step is turning the mind inside. What is that turning the mind inside? 10th man. And being comfortable, settling into that. Awareness, being carefree. Oh, let there be 9 men or 9 million. Mind, keep looking inside. Separate yourself from the thoughts and the feeling and the sensations. That is what is being carefree. Thought comes and goes. Whatever is changing is in terms of the thought, feeling and the sensations. My master used to say, step back. How you step back? You see the birds flying under the sky. Nothing happens to the sky. The birds fly. You see them, and then they disappear. The same thing happens with these thoughts. Let these thoughts come and go. So we have completed the stage 1. We will go to the stage 2, where we continue purifying the mind and move the mind within. Simple, looking inside. Where are you looking? You are looking inside the rib cage. Good. Where you're looking inside the rib cage? In the space. Very good. In the space. And in that space, keep looking and start breathing quick, short, and the gentle breath from both the nostrils. You keep looking inside the heart and keep your breath short, quick, and the gentle breath as if you are playing with the breath. Continue. Continue quick, fast. Continue. Quick, short, and the gentle breath. Continue. Continue. And stop this. In the stage 2, we move the mind further, deeper within. Take a deep, silent, slow breathing, first into the belly, then into the rib cage. While breathing out, looking inside the forehead, start the humming sound louder, deeper, and longer. Inhalation is always deep, silent, and slow. Exhalation is always longer, deeper, and louder, so that you feel the influence inside the forehead. Keep looking inside the forehead and continue doing the humming sound. stop this step. Let us move into the next stage. Look at the head and the neck. The mind moves on the head and the neck. All around it is looking at each cell of the skin of the head and the neck. The beauty is when the mind looks with awareness, you deepen the experience, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Check it again. Move the mind on the right arm from the shoulder to the fingertips. The right arm, the mind is picking up, looking at each cell of the skin of the right arm. It is moving slowly. You will experience the sensation, relaxation and stillness. It is not about listening. It is all about moving your awareness on the right arm. You experience the sense of stillness. The mind does not want to go outside. Practical. Moving the mind on the left arm from the shoulder to the fingertips. I was talking about the snake and the rope. The mind hears, move the body to the mind. No, move the mind to the body. Experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. Even if you had been moving before, raise your awareness. How you raise your awareness? You move slowly. You feel. Not a big deal. Move the mind on the entire rib cage, in the front and the back. And experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. Move the mind on the belly. Move the mind on the belly. All around. Be there, experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. The mind looks at the right leg. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. On the left leg. You got it. I appreciate you all. Be there in that state. This is the working on the mind. The mind moves on the left leg and you experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. How simple it is. The entire body, sensation, relaxation and stillness. We will not wait for the next stage, hammering the mantra on the mind. Look deep inside the forehead in the space. In that state of sensation, relaxation and stillness, and start hammering mentally, om 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 om. No movement of the lips or the tongue. You have already achieved a state of relaxation. You feel the sensation in the body. You experience the stillness. Don't disturb that. That will help you to look inside the forehead and continue hammering in your mind. The mind has to work on the mind. The mind that will take you to peace and happiness is working on the mind that is blaming, complaining and reacting. Continue hammering, om 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 om, quick, fast and loud. Inside the forehead. Stop hammering, no movement, experience the state of poise and stillness. There are three powers of the mind. Power of the knowledge, symbolically known inside the forehead. Power of desire, feeling and emotion, that is inside the heart. So look inside the center of the rib cage, not the physical heart. Center of the rib cage. When the moment you see the space start hammering quick, fast and loud in your mind, om, 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 no movement of the lips and the tongue. And you will discover as if you are going away from the world outside. And if that happens, you are moving rightly into the higher states of consciousness. You see clearly, means see in your mind, sensation, relaxation and stillness is there. You may have variety of other sensation, maybe freezing, cold, heat, sweating, tingling, numbness in the body. Be with it. You need not to change it. Continue hammering deep inside the heart. Sometime you may feel little sleepy, start hammering with a little faster, louder in your mind. You can break the sleep, maintaining the state of the stillness in the body. And stop it. Remember, when you tap the power of knowledge in the mind, that leads to the right desire. And the right desire and the right knowledge leads to the right action. Where is the problem in life? So looking deep inside the belly button, in the space, symbolically is known as the power of action. Start hammering with the same mantra, mentally. But even in your mind, you are doing it quick, fast and loud. The mind that wants to go out into the world for 9 men that we understood by a story will return back. But if it continues to move outside, it will force your mind for the 9 men outside. You will notice it, the body moves, visiting. And the mind says, no, I don't feel like doing it. What, you don't feel like doing it? Even for a few seconds? So that mind takes over you. That mind is seeking freedom for itself. And the mind that seeks freedom for itself will never achieve the state of mindfulness, my friends. And leave this step. Look deep inside the heart in the space. You pick a point in the space inside the heart and you drop Shantoham. Shantoham means I am the peace. The moment you say Shantoham, remind yourself you are looking into an infinite space. That from that point in the space, move deeper. So you find your mind has moved deeper than the first milestone of Shantoham. So again you pick up a point in the space and drop Shantoham. Shantoham means I am the peace. You know how our masters explain the peace? Create an image of the peace. It comes from the word sukha. Su means good. Kha means space. So what I'm saying you to do? Move the mind deeper again. Because the space is infinite and you are measuring it by a milestone. So you move deeper in the space, you pick a point in the space, you drop Shantoham with awareness of the infinite space ahead. Oh, infinite space ahead? Move deeper. Find another milestone. Drop Shantoham. How easy it is. My friends, I have seen that mindfulness is the easiest thing to do because it is effortless and natural. Continue, pick up another milestone, drop Shantoham. You will discover many challenges on the path. These challenges are caused by the mind. Sleepiness, laziness, influx of thoughts. Suddenly, the mind pops up with an image of the past, or a person, or a location, or the memory. All these obstacles need to be removed to achieve the higher state. We are going to do in every session. You will experience as if you are too far from the world outside. You may experience as if you are too far from the body. You have entered very deep inside you. A feeling, an awareness, that is okay, and that tells you that yes, you are doing good. And now do nothing. The last step is looking at the breath going in and out. Everyone achieved fairly a deeper state I could see and feel. Be with it. The last step is looking at the breath going in and out. You're not doing anything. Feeling the sensation of the breath going in and out. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences and bring the hands down. Two things, we'll share our experiences and any question that you have about today's topic. How are you, Sophie? I don't hear. Why do I don't hear you? Why I don't hear you? I hear you. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm good. When you hammer in your head, it's like you want to listen to yourself, right? It's really hard.
It's very hard.
Now.
See that how hard it is to hear yourself. To hear others, it is so easy. Yes, you are pointing something very deep, because we seldom become aware of our thought and the speech. It moves subconsciously, habitually, most of the time, unless we start listening or reading something new, fresh. But if we are doing the same thing again and again, the same honey, same sun, same house, so the mind tends to become too much habitual. So we are breaking that habit by doing this. One student told me, she moved to a higher state. She said that whenever she feels anxious, even in the office, mentally she starts doing mentally. Nobody is noticing. Her eyes are open. and all the thoughts calms down. So do you feel good? Yeah? Calm, Sophie?
Yes, I do feel good.
Good.
Yes.
You see that everyone feels good with me. No, I'm just kidding. How are you, John? How are you, John? Why I don't hear you again? So what happened?
No.
Hello, I hear Sophie, I don't hear you. It means everything is okay. I hear you. Hello? I don't hear you. Hello? Hello? Why I don't hear you? Yeah. There is some problem with your speaker. Yes, with some speaker. In the meantime, yes. I could hear some breaking voice. So I don't hear you. Yes, some voice coming to me, but it's a broken murmur. I know you are not doing murmuring, but you know that voice is coming. That is the way How are you, Michelle? That is the way our this.
Putting such a kick out of John. He's just like, okay, I hear all the voices.
Yes, I could see. How are you, Michelle?
Better now. I'm very tired today, so it was very difficult concentrating. I've been up since 5 a.m. with my dog, but and it's thundering, so I've had difficulty concentrating just because I'm really exhausted.
Yeah. You see that we should answer to ourselves with this issue. We normally say I am tired, so it is difficult for me to focus. Someone is doing something in front of me and I am not able to focus. I hear the noise from outside and I am not able to focus. Lot of other stuff that comes to our mind. It is